What's up, guys? It's episode 304. Welcome back to the show. Hey, what's up? It's Jacqueline. Welcome back to the show. This is my first Q&A of the year, so let's get into it. I need to keep it real with y'all right now. It's a puffy day, okay? I've been going through some shit, and I'm saying this because I'm on camera and I'm insecure of my puffiness, but I've been going through some shit, and my mom sent me some sympathy money for Postmates last night to order myself some nice food, and I went hard with with a California burrito last night and ice cream, and yeah. So just keeping it real. Sometimes I get on camera and I don't like the cheekage that's happening. No one's noticing it. I'm calling attention to it for no reason. No one's even thinking this right now. But yeah, it's a puffy day, and I'm going through some shit. But so it's Q&A. I used to number these. I have no clue what number I'm on. Okay, hold on. I gotta shock Jimmy. Out. Jimmy's my golden retriever on set right now. Out. He has a shock collar on. I don't shock him. I buzz him. Out. Go watch this on Spotify or YouTube if you want to see what I'm doing. But yeah, anyways, I used to number my Q&As. I used to do these every Saturday when I podcasted 7 days a week. And I really liked it. It's kind of fun to, ask Instagram for questions and then answer them. And it gives you all kinds of stuff to talk about. So I just want to jump into it. I have them all written down. I actually wrote some responses already because, like I said, it's one of the. I'm in a wild phase of I'm currently how much more vague could I get right now? I'm fine. It's all good. Everything's going to work out. But I'm going through unprecedented times in my life, personally. So, yeah, I wrote the questions down. I wrote responses to them already, so I might just read off my responses. I premeditate, like, it's not like this is a surprise question. Like, no, I've seen them all. So, yeah. First off, I need to plug my plugs. First off, patreon.com/tjms. Head over there if you want to support the show. It's $5 a month, and I'm running a special right now. Anyone that signs up right now for my Patreon gets it for that $5. You get that $5 special. Everybody gets the $5 special. I'd like 10 patrons to sign up on this episode. So if you sign up for my exclusive content on Patreon, DM me, let me know that you did it, and I will... should I follow everyone? I'm going to follow all my patrons. That used to be a thing, like follow for a follow or like for a follow, or do you know what I mean? I'm going to do that, like old school social media thing. So patreon.com/tjms. If you want to get access to more of me, it's a way to support the show. And yeah, I have all these videos lined up for the new year. I'm looking at my beans right now. I have these. I'm going to do the Bean Boozled challenge on it, where I eat jelly beans. I think I'm going to make my boyfriend do this with me. I haven't told him yet. And then we'll film it. And then one of us gets a nice tasting one, and one of us gets a disgusting tasting one. And it's like film your reaction. So stuff like that. I'm going to do vlogs of my life, working from home, behind the scenes podcasting vlogs, anything and everything, like the Chubby Bunny challenge. I'm going to do the Cinnamon challenge. I'm going to do all these throwback YouTube challenges for fun. Bonus episodes will be on my Patreon, etc., etc. So DM me if you signed up today. I need 10 people to sign up. Patreon.com/tjms. That was way too long. Follow me on Spotify and YouTube. You can watch. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Spotify. Subscribe so you never miss an episode. All right. Did I do everything? Okay. So let's do the first question. Let me just jump right into it. How's Jimmy? Someone asked about my dog, Jimmy. So he's good. I got him a shot collar because I've had it. I slacked off on training when he was a young pup. He's a year old now, and I slacked off on the early training, and it's getting so bad where if he's around a group of people, like I took him to the beach the other night, and there was like 20 people there at this bonfire, and he went nuts. Like everything he knows goes out the window when he's around people, and it's really embarrassing. So I got him a little training collar to buzz him so he knocks out of his bad behavior pretty, like it's pretty instant. Like he gets buzzed and he obeys and he sits, and it's great. So yeah, I'm going hard with the training now, trying to make up for lost time. He's good. He started howling like a wolf anytime a siren goes off in the city here. That's his new thing. He has a girlfriend. Jimmy has a girlfriend named Honey at the dog park. But yeah, he's good. That's a great warm-up question. This is like a random one. Do you have any tattoos? I stand by this. I'm pretty sure this is a Kim K quote. You don't put a bumper sticker on a Bentley. I don't have any tattoos. I don't really want any. I don't think I'd look good with tattoos. I don't know. I feel like if I do get one, it'll be like a sibling tattoo. I've talked to my siblings, like, let's get sibling tattoos, or it'd be a couple's tattoo or something. But yeah, I just don't. I just like myself with no tattoos, so I don't have any tattoos. Okay. Next question. Is this fun, guys? How are you doing? How's your new year going? How are you doing with the resolutions? The other day was Quitters Day, like International Global Quitters Day. I think it was the 19th. There's like statistics that show on the 19th of January, most people give up on their New Year's resolutions. So it's called Quitters Day. I thought that was interesting, but yeah, I hope your health is good. I hope you're, are you going through it too? Are you going through some shit like me? I'm being so vague. No one's ever gonna find out, but it's one of those things where it's like, damn, life comes at you fast. And, one day you're this way and the next day you're this way. And yeah, that's, not helping anyone figure out what I'm talking about. Okay. I love Q&As. Why did you start podcasting? Next question. It wasn't a plan. I never planned on podcasting. It was a random, it just happened out of thin air, honestly. I've told the story many times. I mean, I've probably mentioned this 10 times throughout my 304 episodes now, but I was watching the final episode of the Joe Rogan Experience at his old studio before he moved to Austin, and that was the Duncan Trussell 5-hour interview. So I was like locked in on my couch. I'm like, I'm going to sit through this and watch the whole thing, pop some popcorn, sat back, and I was committed. I was going to finish it. And within 10 minutes, someone on Instagram DM'd me that I should do a podcast. And I literally shut off because they responded to something I had posted or something I had written on my story. And I literally shut it off and grabbed my little iPhone headphones with the microphone, plugged it into my phone, and recorded my first podcast. And then I recorded every single day. Then I committed to like 7 days a week for a year. And then I did that. And I got obsessed. And it was like an instant like, oh, I found my passion. This is what I'm supposed to do. Here I am. I'm a podcast host. And it was the type of thing where I was obsessed, addicted. Every single day I looked forward to podcasting. Couldn't stop thinking about it. Jimmy, no, come on. Buzzing you again. Did that do feedback in my microphone? Wait, what if I beep? Oh my God. Do you guys hear that? That's his beeper. Is this abusive? Like, what's your opinion on training shot callers? I mean, I grew up with golden retrievers with underground, with shot collars on we had like underground fences. So they got shot. They shocked themselves all the time trying to run away from the property. So I'm just, and I grew up with like choke chains and yeah. Okay. So yeah, why did I start? Yeah, there's a story. What I found, honest to God, like this is, I don't know, God, creator, universe, source, whatever you pray, Allah, like, I swear to God, what did I say? It was one of those things where it was like it was like an epiphany, like all of these years of me hearing people talking about finding your passion and like, you know, finding something you could do every day that you love. Like, what am I saying? It was like, okay, I heard that all throughout my 20s. And I felt like I never had that. I never discovered that. I never found it. And then the second I started recording my podcast, I was like, this is it. And it was like this big, the stars aligned. It was this big moment in my life. And here I am, episode 304. We're still going. So, yeah. So next question, relationship advice? Question mark. I guess I'm qualified to answer this question because I'm in a relationship. I guess they know that. I've said like boyfriend on my episodes in the past. I always mention like being in a healthy relationship, etc., etc. Relationship advice. Ooh. Well, I feel like first off, figure out how to be happy alone without anyone else around you. Like, relationship advice, date yourself, be single. Like, get really good at that and get really used to, get really comfortable with being alone and figure out what you like about yourself. Like, figure out what you bring to the table. Like, get your own life going. Like, have your own stuff going on. So that way when you meet someone, yeah, you're set up for, you have your own life, you don't need them like to have a good life and to make you happy. That's what I mean. Also, I actually wrote this down. I'm cheating, but I wrote healthy relationships they aren't found, they're built and created. Like, you have to work on it. You have to put effort into building a healthy, loving relationship. It doesn't just like happen. It's just not like I found that. It's like, no, it's because you and your partner are working on it. You're creating it. You're putting in a lot of effort to have that. And that takes a ton of communication. It takes a ton of listening, like really understanding what the other person needs. And yeah, so that was my advice. Healthy relationships are not found. They're built and created. Okay. Also, I wrote, do the little things. Do the little things. Like, I send random Amazon gifts. I'm one of those people. I'm like, there's a package with your name on the door. It's a surprise. Merry Christmas in September. Like, I love sending little cute gifts, like little things. And yeah, do the little things. You know, I give a ton of back massages. I run errands. Like, you know, anything and everything just to like be that little missing puzzle piece wherever I can be in their life. And I think that that's like a good thing in a relationship. Okay. I don't really do relationship advice. I've never really been in one on the podcast other than recently. So yeah. Next question. What sign are you? I'm a Cancer. Yeah. I'm a crab. I'm sensitive. I'm a homebody. I'm all those things. I feel like I'm not a big believer, or I am. I think astrology is interesting, but it's not my religion. Like, it's not my religion. I don't know everything about it, but when I read about my sign and the personality traits, the characteristics, the qualities, I feel like it makes sense for me, because when I did my birth chart one time, I found out that my rising sign, like the sign that when people meet me, like that's what I project, is I'm a rising Leo. So I feel like that makes sense, because I'm like, I like being seen and heard. I like putting on a show. I like being the center of attention. Like, you know, I feel like that's a Leo thing. Like, I should like look up the actual traits, but I'm also like, I'm a total Cancer, like emotional crybaby. Like, I'm a total like, yeah, like homebody. And I love, like, my thing is like nurturing and like caring for people. And like, I just want to like cook and entertain and host parties, and like also the fuzzy blanket thing and the fuzzy cozy clothes that Cancers apparently love wearing. I like that stuff too. Like, I don't know, I like lighting candles, and yeah, I feel like it's all about like the cozy vibes, the being super sensitive, and but like we always know, we see through people's BS really well, apparently. Like, I'm very intuitive, and I catch people on lies a lot, like, because I know what's going on, what's actually going on. What is the thing? They're very yeah, they're we know. Guys, again, I don't really like, are you into astrology? Are you listening and you're like, yeah, that's, you nailed it, that's a Cancer. But also, I'm such a lover. Like, I'm a lover till the end. I guess that's another Cancer quality. Like, I'm, no matter what, like I make that decision, like I'm gonna work on loving you no matter what, even when shit goes sideways. I try to fix things and see the best in the partner and the person, and that's bitten me in the ass many times. But I don't throw in the towel in relationships. I usually try to work them out till the end. Okay, cool. Do you still do shout out? Next question. Do you still do shout outs for your Patreon? So if you're an OG listener to my show, I used to shout out my patrons every single episode. At the end of the show, I would call out their name, and I don't do that anymore. I stopped like 6 months in, I think. But now my new thing, again, patreon.com/tjms is where you can become a patron. I think my new thing is going to be, I'll follow you. Is that something worth becoming a patron? Is that like worth becoming one? Because you also get the exclusive content and all the other stuff, but I don't think I can do like shout outs. Maybe it doesn't really make sense, because the longer the list gets of people, the more it takes. It's just like a extra, like, what does that do for you to hear your name on the end of the episode? If it really makes you excited, DM me, let me know. But I feel like right now my thing is going to be, I'll follow you and we can be social media friends, because honestly, I used to follow maybe like 1,000 people, and I'm down to like 300 and something. So I've really axed my follow list, because yeah, I'm trying to make it, I'm trying to I don't know. Social media is such a distraction, and I feel like I was mindlessly watching people's stories that I didn't even know, I didn't really care about. And so yeah, now the only people I care about are the people I follow now, and then if you become a patron, you. So there you go. Next question. You're so gorgeous. Any advice on loving yourself more? Thank you. Thank you. Any advice on loving yourself more? I mean, honestly, at some point you got to realize you're the shit. Straight up. Like, I think I had a moment with myself. This honestly all happened. Honestly, the 2020 really knocked me into my self-love like no other time in my life. Yeah, at some point you just have to realize you're the shit. You're the only you. Like, and also like, no, the thing that helps me love myself more is, realizing that like nobody's thinking about you like you're thinking about them. And I used to be insecure about like judgment from other people, and I think that made me hate myself more. And so yeah, realizing that no one is thinking about you, nobody cares, everyone's mostly concerned about themselves, like that's freeing. And like once you really embody that and really like get that in your head, I just feel like it helps relax you and helps you get out of your head. And another thing is keeping your word to yourself. Like, what was the question? Any advice on loving yourself more? Like, what helps me love myself more is keeping my promises. Like, if I say I'm going to do something, following through and doing it makes me feel more confident and makes me feel good about myself, and it helps my self-esteem. Because when I fail at doing things, if I say, oh, Jacqueline, like this week I'm going to do X, Y, and Z goal, and I don't do it, then I feel like shit about myself. And then it's easy to be, easy to beat yourself up over stuff like that. So when you say if you do what you say you're going to do, keep your promises to yourself, I feel like that really helps amp up, your self-worth, self-esteem, confidence. Because you know that you can accomplish things. You can know that you prove it to yourself every time you follow through that you're capable. You're able to do those things that you say you're going to do. And another self-love tip is like, this takes time. And it's not an overnight process at all. But you have to stop and like have a really quick shut off valve when you notice yourself spiraling in self-hate. And because I remember in my deepest, darkest depression, which was pretty much the first 5 months of the pandemic, this is when it all started for me, like my self-love journey. Okay. I've been in multiple, first of all, self-love, like it's such a saturated term on the internet right now, but it just helps in life if you like yourself a lot and you love yourself. Like, it really improves every other area of your life if you have that nice foundation of being your best friend, cheerleader, and supporter. Like, it's important. So I'm going to talk about it. But yeah, during my darkest, deepest depression, I would literally lay on my couch, wake up in the morning. No, I'll start with the morning. I would wake up in the morning in my bed and lay there, and I would think about every single horrible thing, or every single thing that I thought was horrible about myself, which was all a story. It's not true. And I would spiral, and I would think, and I would stew, and it would go on and on and on. And I would just lay there in disgust and hatred of myself. And so my self-love tip, and this is something I had an epiphany about in 2020, is to, once you notice those thoughts starting, shut it off. Like, cut it out. It's useless. Like negative thinking, this is like I think I wrote this for another question, but I'll just answer it now. thinking is useless. Negative thinking is useless. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of life. There's no purpose for it. It doesn't do anything good for you. So shut it off. Like, cut it, like, figure out a way. And again, it takes time. This took me, like, I had that epiphany, like, oh my God, I could just not think these thoughts. I could just stop right now as they're happening. Yeah, just practice shutting it off. Yeah, that's my press-on nail just fell off. God damn it. Guys, I'm sick of, I can't do press-on nails anymore. Does anyone else out there do those? The kind you like stick on? I can't do it. I'm too cheap to get my nails done. I don't want to sit there for an hour and a half. I'm drinking, actually there's collagen in my coffee right now. I'm ingesting a lot of collagen for nail growth, but these press-on nails, like the amount of times, guys, this is like, this is really fucking embarrassing, but like, I've been like with my boyfriend and I'll be like in his room and I'm like, there's my nail on the carpet from 3 months ago, or like at the end of the bed, there's my nail, or like the other day he got out of the car and we were by a parking meter and my fucking nail, I think it was stuck in my hair. My fucking nail, like, it was raining. It like fell into a stream of water and I watched it like sail down the side of the street. So yeah. No more press on nails 2022. I gotta stop. I usually have like natural nails with a little paint on them, but these just elevate your look a lot. They look nice and that's why I wear them, but they always fall off and I'm sick of it. So anyways, shut off your negative thoughts. All right. What was the next question? Sorry. What is your favorite restaurant in San Diego? This is easy. I had it last night. Guys, first of all, I fucking love burritos. I think I have an oral fixation. And I do have an oral fixation, and I feel like burritos fulfill that need to, like, I don't know, whatever. But I have my favorite restaurant in San Diego is Lucha Libre taco shop and burrito shop. They sell burritos. I feel like their burritos are why people go there. It's why I go there. But yeah, I had one last night. I always get the surf and turf burrito. It has steak and shrimp in it and avocado and rice, and they do this like chipotle secret sauce, and it's so good. It just like, it fulfills my need. Like when I want to like sit down and eat something like hearty, that's what I want. Like I'm not turned on by like pizza like it used to be. I'm not really turned on by like, let's have some penne alla vodka, like some pasta. Like no, I just want like a fucking burrito. And also honorable mention to the Crack Shack. The Crack Shack here in San Diego, it's like a chicken place. Yeah, honorable mention to their nuggets. I'm a big fan of anything chicken nugget, anything chicken strip, but specifically their nuggies, their little chicken nuggets. They're so good. So I like the Crack Shack and Lucha Libre. There's a million restaurants here I love, but recently those are kind of my go-tos. What is your next question? Oh, God. Guys, I have a chocolate chip cookie here on set. We're going to take a break, an eating break. I just made eye contact with it, and we're going to play Easy to Get right now. Playing Easy to Get with a chocolate chip cookie on the Jacqueline Monroe show. We're not going to avoid eating this because we're recording. We're going to eat it because we want to, and it's my show. And I swear, this is when I say... when I say I'm living the dream, like, it really doesn't get any better than this. Like, you guys can't stop me right now. This is my show. I can do whatever I want. I'm eating a fucking chocolate chip cookie, and that's what it is. And if you have misophonia, I always say this. Should probably be a good time to tune out. Dude, there's nothing worse than someone being in the same room as you when you're eating who's like annoyed that you're chewing. Like, I grew up with a sibling like that, and it was just like, come on, dude, grow up. Everybody eats, everybody chews. Yeah, I don't like the misophonia thing. But I also hate the fact that, or I don't understand when people like the sound of chewing, like these mukbangs or whatever, these ASMR eating channels on like YouTube. What's that? Okay, what is that? What part of the brain? What, like, how is that satisfying? Or, because it's at that point when it's really, when the sound is really amped up and you hear all the little, that's too far. That's too much. I just like normal eating. Just like chew. That's fine. That's fine with me. We don't need to increase the volume. We don't need to hear all the little saliva juices moving around. I love podcasting. Okay. Next question. Q&A. Woo! We're doing a Q&A. I haven't done one of these in, I don't know, like months. What is your biggest phobia? Okay, I premeditated this answer. I'm looking at the answer on my phone notes right now. My biggest phobia is overly nice people. Like, they're compensating for something, and it comes across really fake to me and really manipulative. And I feel like if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Like, when people are overly nice and it's a pitch in it's like the tone of their voice, there's a pitch change that happens when they talk to you that just makes, that's my phobia. I don't trust it. And yeah, I feel like those people are like, being nice that's a great thing, right? But it's the overly nice stuff, the overly smiley, overly like, or I don't trust that. I've had bad experience. Maybe it's because I've had bad experiences with people that are they come across like overly bubbly and nice, and like they're like the biggest backstabbers in the world and biggest like assholes. I don't like overly nice people. I'm phobic of, what else drives me nuts? I mean, I have the spider thing. Like, it freaks. Like, I get that little, oh my god. Like, when you see a spider, like I could just do the motion right now. It's like the hair on the back of your neck, just like, I'm having a seizure. Like, it looks like I'm having a seizure right now. Like, that's the kind of reaction I have when I see a spider. So I'm definitely arachnophobic. Holy shit. I wasn't preparing on putting on that kind of performance for you guys today, but I got a thought. So this is kind of like a bad, this is gonna make me look bad probably, but I'm gonna be honest right now and tell a story of, I have an overly nice bitch move thing that I do. Okay. I don't know if it's overly nice, but it's fake as fuck. And here's what happens. I'm recalling a time in college when I would be at the bars with my friends and we'd be in the bathroom. And of course, you meet the best people. Like, you make girlfriends in the bathroom, right? Like, that's a thing when you're drunk and you're in a bar. Like, it's a great time to be a girl in that environment. But one little bitch tactic I do, or bitch move I do, or I've done. I haven't done this in a very long time, but is when I get those eyes, those like condescending, judgmental, like bitchy eyes from someone. Like, I was in a bathroom back at WSU one time, and I think this girl, like, I knew she liked the guy I was dating, that type of thing, and like she knew of me, but I didn't really know her. I just remember being in the bathroom with her, and she pulled a like fake nice move on me and was complimenting my outfit or something. I think she was like, or no. I think she complimented What did she compliment? Yeah, I think it was my outfit. I think she was just like, oh my God, I really love your dress. Or like, I really like, and like, you know, I felt like I looked nice or whatever. So my bitch thing I did, and I've done this a few times. This is probably me back when I was younger and more immature, is I love dirty white tennis shoes in these moments because I compliment. Like, I remember she was wearing like Converse that were just, dirty Converse is a vibe actually. So this would be a compliment in a way, but I think they were just like, whatever, like white tennis shoes, probably Adidas or something. And they were full of dirt and they look like shit. So I like stare at people's shoes and that are dirty and like that look bad. And I'm like, oh my God, I really love your shoes. Oh my God, your shoes look so good. That's me being a little shyster, a little shithead. But yeah, I don't like when people fake compliment, like girl to girl compliments that are fake. Like I pick up on that energy instantly, and I'm not about it. Like I cannot stand that. Like I just want people to fucking relax. You know what? If you're overly nice, relax. Take it down. I need to relax right now. I'm drinking way too, guys. Broken record. Coffee consumption is way too high right now. But like, if you're overly nice, relax. Before you make those comments, those fake nice compliments and comments, pause, relax, don't do it. Just if it's not genuine, don't do it. Okay? Be genuine. Relax. All right. Did anyone just unsubscribe after my story about complimenting dirty shoes? I'd like to know. Who's like, Jacqueline sucks. She's a terrible person. Who thinks that right now? Because, I mean, I'm being honest. Like, I've done that a few times, but yeah, anyways. What was that last question? What was your biggest phobia? Yeah, okay. This person asked 2 questions. They asked me, what's your biggest turn on? And then what are your biggest turn offs? So, turn ons? Okay. Physically, I'm turned on to height and shoulders, like wide, broad shoulders and like stature, like being tall. I have no shame when I say this, but I definitely have a type, and I have a height requirement. Who's also unsubscribing now? I mean, if you look at the guys I've dated, it's like it's a pattern. Okay, whatever. I don't care. You know what? Plenty of fish in the sea. All right. I like what I like. Also, turn-ons, like feeling protected and taken care of, feeling safe when I'm around them, and just like I don't have to worry ever. Like, oh, if shit hits the fan, like I know that they're gonna protect me. I know that they're gonna make me feel like I'm gonna be okay. Like that's probably like top 3 for me out of like what turns me on or like what I'm looking for in a partner. Gentleness, being like a gentle giant and kind and loving and in tune with your emotions and communicative in that way where you tell me how you tell me about all your feelings. Like that's important to me. That turns me on. Like a man who's in tune with their emotions and is able to express them. Big one. Everybody clap your hands. Their words match their actions. Their words match their actions. Okay? That shit has to line up. What they say what they say is what they do. So important. Big turn on. All right. Turn offs. I need a fork. Turn offs. I need a fork. You're like, what the fuck? Okay. Go on YouTube or Spotify to watch what I'm doing right now. I'm going to grab a makeup brush. Kind of need a medium-sized one. Okay. So this is my MAC stippling brush, number 130. I think my aunt gave me this in 6th grade and I still have it. So one of my biggest turnoffs in a man is when they hold their utensils, like a fork or a spoon, like a shovel. Okay, so like they're eating a bowl of pasta and they're holding it. Go on YouTube or Spotify to watch the motion. They're eating it. They're holding it like a shovel. Okay, like this. They're not like, you know, like proper like that. They're like like fisting the end of the fork or the spoon, and they're digging the food. Okay, that's only acceptable if the ice cream pint is really hard and they're really trying to work it and dig it to like get the stuff out. Like, that's okay. Actually, that's kind of a turn off to me, because a man who knows his ice cream pints knows you got to let that shit temper, is that the word, on the counter for like 20 to 30 minutes to make it so that time allows it to become the texture. God, that also shows some self-restraint, self-discipline. If you can like come home from the grocery store and let that pint of ice cream sit for a good 20 minutes, that's kind of hot. Yeah. So anyways, the way you hold your utensils, that shit turns me off. I was on a date with a guy one time, and I think we went to Cheesecake Factory, and I was like, no, I can't look past this. Like, you're eating cheesecake, like you're like you just need to take the side of a fork and just graze the cheesecake. No. It was like shovel. God, it's so out of control. Okay. Other turnoffs. I mean, these are all cliche probably, but like selfishness, like, and not being able to sacrifice and compromise. Like, that's the thing about a relationship. It's all about that give and take. Okay. Like, I can think of a time recently where I needed something, my partner needed something, and like one time I honored what they needed, and then the next time they honored what I needed. And it's like, you gotta do that. You can't just think about yourself. Like, sometimes you have to sacrifice what you want in the moment, like what you need and your priorities for the other person. And like that, if you can't do that, turn off. I'm out. Also, like, being indecisive. That's another turn off, because I want a man to take the lead. I want a man to call the shots. I want a man to decide, like, this is where we're going, this is what we're doing. Boom, boom. If you're indecisive, you're like, I don't know, like, even in like your life, like, I need a man to know what the fuck he wants. And if you don't know that, don't be dating me. Okay? They don't date me because I pick up on that shit early, and like, you literally like need to have your life together, or else it's like, what's the point of bringing someone else in the equation if your ship isn't, if the sails aren't working on the sail ship, okay? The sailboat. Wait a minute, let me reflect. Do I have my shit together? Am I qualified to be in a relationship right now? Like, I'd like to think so. Like, you know what? I think all of I said this, I think last episode, like, all of my buckets, there's a couple that are a little bit shitty right now. Like, my social bucket's a little empty, but like all of my buckets are pretty full, and like all of the main pillars of my life are holding up the fucking building. They're holding me up, okay? They're built, okay? I've laid those bricks. I've put the layers on the cake. I'm stacking my life has been stacking up through my 20s, and I'm at this point now where it's like, I got my shit together. It takes work. It takes time, okay? I should not have taken a bite of that. Am I tacky? Like, I kind of hate my outfit today. Okay, next question. Like, this whole episode, I'm seeing in the viewfinder here, I had one piece of hair in the front of my, like, to the front. And I feel like if I watch this back, I'm going to hate how that looks, but okay. Next question. Do you ever get sick of social media? This is where I'm at. Okay, like straight up, it gets me so hyped. Like it gets me so hyped and so annoyed within seconds. Like I'll be like in the morning, I make my little espresso shot. I'm drinking it, drinking my water. I'm getting like a whole thing of water. I'm getting like 2 of these jars of water in, drinking my espresso. I'm about to walk my dog. And that moment of like, when the caffeine hits, that moment, if you catch me on social media when the caffeine hits the veins in the morning at like 6 a.m., that's when I love social media. Okay, that's when I'm hyped. That's when I'm inspired. That's when I'm on profiles and I'm like saving shit. I'm like, you inspire me. That's what I want my aesthetic to be. I want to make a post like that. That person's cool. Like, I'm into what they're doing. That quote's awesome. I fucking love that advice right there that person's given. I'm into this story. Like, ooh. I'm like liking everything I see. That's when I love social media. Okay, that's when I'm hyped, right? But then at like fucking 4 p.m. the same day, my screen time's at like 3 fucking hours. Am I swearing too much on this episode? That's when I want to throw this shit against the wall. So it ebbs and flows. It's a necessary evil. Is that the word? Like when you're an internet person, like you kind of have to be on the internet. You kind of have to be plugged into social media. You have to be. That's the only way. And to stay relevant, to keep yourself going, right? And it's part of the job. So I actually enjoy it. Like recently I've been enjoying making TikToks. I've been doing my makeup on TikTok. Go check it out. The Jacqueline Monroe. I have my show's TikTok, the Jacqueline Monroe Show TikTok, is full of clips of my podcast and also clips of me doing makeup, which I don't know if I'm messing up the brand there. I don't know if I'm confusing my audience, but like low-key, I got like 80 low-key. Okay, that's so 2019. So my audience is, I think it's 83 male or 81% male. What would it be? 19% female. Like I'm trying to gather more female, higher. I'm trying to rope in the women to my show. So I'm like, well, maybe if I start doing makeup TikToks and I show my podcast clips at the same time, like like more girls will follow the show and watch the show. So whatever. But yeah, recently, like I'm into social media. Like I'm having a good time with it. But yeah, I have moments of like, I just want to be off this for a month or for a week, and I just can't. That's why I unfollow so many people. Like, I don't like to blindly, mindlessly look at stuff. I'm trying to be more. I strive. It's not perfect, but I strive to be intentional with what I'm watching, what I'm looking at. And a big one for me this year is anyone who's bitching about coronavirus, ranting, posting stuff from the news all the time, or like these really like right-wing or super left-wing Instagram accounts that I come across that are flapping their gums about coronavirus and everything. It's like, I just decided like it's not healthy to like keep up with that stuff all the time. Like I'm not sucked. I'm choosing to be to like let other people freak out and do their thing and pay attention to that. But I just really like, I mean, this is going to be the 3rd year going into this pandemic. Like I decided I got to unfollow and stop watching that stuff, because it's not serving me. It's not helping me. It just makes me go insane. So, what was the question? Do you ever get sick of social media? Absolutely. Depends. I don't feel good right now. I think I shouldn't have eaten this cookie and also drank so much coffee. Woo! Diabetes. I feel pre-diabetic right now. And I shouldn't joke about that. Is that someone's gonna be offended by that. Okay. Next question. How do you stay motivated? How do I stay motivated? YOLO. 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 You only live once. That motivates me. Like, just knowing that I got one shot in this life, that's it. That gets me out of bed every morning. That makes me want to do things. That makes me want to, like, send it every single day. Like, I don't know, guys, I really don't feel good. I'm like swallowing like shit. Dude, this cookie was jacked up with some sort of like, this is a chemical. This was a gas station cookie. Throwing it in my fridge. Go to YouTube or Spotify to watch. That had like, guys, this is TMI. I should edit this out. That had some what kind of chemicals would they put in? Like preservatives, right? Like something to stabilize or preserve that, like that will last without being eaten. Like that cookie would have lasted for like 6 years. That kind of thing, you know what I mean? But yeah, what motivates me? You only live once. YOLO. Like, you got one life. Make the most out of it. You got to do shit every day that makes you happy and makes you feel good. And I like having fun. Like, is this like motivation advice? I don't really know what keeps me motivated, because I don't really like put myself, I guess I have yes, I have goals, future goals. I guess that motivates me, but I guess, you know what, a different way for me to say this or talk about it is like, I like building and creating and evolving and refining and like getting better as a person every day. And so like I like to focus on like 1% better every day, and like like having consecutive good days. And if I have a bad day, I don't like to have more than like 2 bad days in a row. Like that's kind of my rule. I have like a 48-hour rule. Like if I'm down for 2 days and everything goes to hell in my life, like it doesn't go past 2 days. I snap back quickly. I recover quickly. That's what my mom always says. Like, you got to recover quickly. You know, that's what the best of the best people are able to put their boots back on, get back to the grind, like get back to their, the swing of things, like without, but I wasn't able to do that. See, it's not always like this, because I was actually clinically depressed and in a bad place for like multiple months a couple years ago. So easier said than done. It takes a lot of, it takes a really strong mind, I guess. You just gotta want it, okay? I want it. I'm in it for the, like, here's the thing. It's like, what motivates me, in terms of this podcast and my show, I'll be honest, like, seeing myself at 40 and like I've been, and how many years would I have podcasted then? Like, and like, yeah, being 40 and having a show, a podcast that has been on for 15 years, that motivates me. Just like, like thinking of how cool that will be in the future. Like, does that make sense? that makes me excited. Like, someday I'll look back and I've been at this shit for 15 years. I'm on year 3 right now. Like, ooh. So yeah. Okay, cool. Is money a motivation for me? Absolutely. I didn't even mention that. Dude, just like having like financial freedom, like thinking about how that will feel when I get it someday, like that fucking motivates me. That gets me off my ass every day. Forgot to mention that. I'm motivated by money. I'm a materialistic bitch, all right? It's not even materialistic. Dude, money just gives you it's a comfort, right? And freedom. That's what I'm looking for, all right? More of that. This is so random. So I don't even know why I don't know why I wrote this question down, because it doesn't make any sense. Someone asked me if I need a hand. Need a hand? Sure. You want to come fucking clean my... Does someone want to come... Yes, I need a hand. I need a hand on the 9,082 shower tiles in my shower right now. I need a hand on all of the grout. I need a scrubbing hand on the grout on the 9,082 shower tiles I have in my shower right now. That, like, I hate scrubbing my shower tiles. They're little. There's so many little nooks and crannies you have to get to, and it takes me forever. And I would love if someone came over and scrubbed my shower. So yes, I need a hand in that way. I don't feel good. Fuck. Push through. Be a pro. Pros wouldn't even tell them. Pros, professional podcast host Jacqueline wouldn't even talk about how they don't feel good. They would just like fake it. I feel great. Nothing's wrong. Favorite song RN. My favorite song RN right now is... Okay, someone played this on New Year's on their story or something, and I was like, yes, that is it. That's the song of the year. 22 by Taylor Swift. Go play it. Put that song on in the morning. It's just like, it's wait, how do the lyrics go? Well, it's like, hey, I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. It's 2022. Okay. 2022. Get it? Okay. But like that song, I haven't heard it in a while, so when I saw it on the person's story on New Year's, I was like, yes. But I'm listening. Oh, my sister's FaceTiming me. Yeah, you always call me when I'm podcasting. Huh? I think it's your hat.
No. Where's Jimmy? Hi, Jim.
What are you doing?
I'm just at home on my lunch break. I'm doing my taxes because I gotta pay for stuff. So I need money. I'm gonna do taxes.
Nice. I have so much makeup on right now.
Which is good.
Well, it's because I'm on camera, so it looks more snatched, even though like you can't.
Looks great.
Like up close, it's crazy, but dude, I feel like shit today, FYI. But I'm in podcast mode, so I'm psycho right now, so that's kind of why I'm like. So, all right, I'll call you guys later. All right, bye. I'm pretty sure my sister's called me every single episode for the last 4 episodes, like during my recording session. Like it always happens for some reason. Anyways, next question is, have you ever broken up with someone you thought was the one? I mean, at the time of the breakups when I was younger, it probably felt that way. But looking back now, like, yeah, I think, yeah, when I really think about my past boyfriends and my relationships, like, those were all warm-ups for what I have now. Or those were all like, I don't want to say anything, but like, it's incredible. I just gotta say this. I always heard, I don't know why I'm talking about my relationship, but like, I always heard people say, like, that person will come into your life when you're not even looking or whatever. Like, it'll happen by surprise. You won't even realize what you were looking for or whatever, and then it'll just like walk in the door and be incredible and be like everything you've ever dreamed of. And like, I always heard people talk about that, and it's like, yeah, I don't know if this is an overshare or whatever, but or me being like too open, or like, if I don't know if I should, I don't know why I'm being, sometimes I'm like, I should be more reserved about this, but like, I pinch myself often, and I really go, wow, like, I didn't know how good you could have it in a relationship until I found the person I'm with now. Like, I really didn't. It's just like, it's wild how you can like go from a past dating experience of like super high highs, super low lows, like a lot of toxicity and games and manipulation and cheating and like all that kind of stuff. Like you can go from that to like a beautiful masterpiece of a person in a relationship. So anyways, okay. I don't know if I overshared, but yeah, whatever. I always say like I want to keep my personal life private, and it's just so hard when I have my own show and I talk about my life, like it comes out. Next question. What is your favorite memory? Okay. I'm just going to keep this short and sweet. Christmas morning, when you're a kid, when you find the presents from Santa, when you get up out of your bed at like 5 a.m, like way too early, and you walk downstairs and you go into the living room and you see what Santa gave you, like that feeling in your body can't be replicated. That can never be replicated by any other experience in this life. That's my favorite memory. Short and sweet. Christmas morning, finding presents from Santa. Next question. Oh, this is sweet. It's not a question. They said, "You make me love myself more. Thank you." Wow. Yeah, I guess something I'm doing is making them love themselves more, and I feel like that's my intention. Like if I can, like I just want to be, I want to be a source of light and entertainment and fun and whatever, inspiration, on the internet for you listening right now. Like I want to, impact people in a positive way. And this person said that I'm making them love themselves more. So that's the point. That's what I'm here for. Like, I know what it's like to listen to a podcast, follow someone on social media, watch a YouTuber, and get real, just, and feel like, and watch them live their lives and watch them talk and watch or listen to them talk and it's like it makes you feel good. It makes you like seeing them talk through their experiences and seeing them go through their life. And I've watched people for decades, like on YouTube. I've seen people go from like college to marriage and babies, and it's wild. And I've seen their life ups and downs and struggles, and I think that's that helps me. Like I always take something away from that, and I you know what it's all about, like feeling like you can relate to someone, right? And you're not alone. And I want to be that for you listening, because I'm me, okay? I'm the only Jacqueline Monroe. Like I know that. There's no one else like me. I know that I'm unique in that way, but I'm not special. Okay. Like I'm just like everyone else. I was born in this world the same as you listening. Like, I have my own, like I struggle with life too. I have all the lows, and I experience the same emotion. Everyone experiences the same emotions. I experience the same emotions that you do. And yeah, I'm here to share my uniqueness, myself, my authentic self or whatever. But I'm just like you. Okay. That's my point. But, yeah, what else could I say about that? This person said, "You make me love myself more. Thank you." Like, I didn't always, you know what? That's the thing is, I didn't always love myself. I used to be a little insecure, wilted flower, okay, that was so worried about what other people thought about me. I was so judgmental of myself, and especially my personality and how I came across to my peers and my friends and family. Like, I was so worried to express myself and to just say what I want to say and be me 100%. And that was my existence for like most of my teens and early 20s. Okay. So what I intend to do with my podcast and the show and my social media is like, by me letting my hair down and being vulnerable and raw and authentic and just myself 100%, like, okay, that's what we all strive to do, right? Or that's I don't know if we all strive for that, but like, that's what I do here. Okay. By me doing that and just, yeah, like it's all about like letting your hair down, letting your freak flag. I let my freak flag fly. I say it like it is. Okay. All those things. By me doing that, I hope I intend to, make other people feel like they can do that too. And that that's okay, because that's the hurdle. Like being able to do this and feel confident and secure doing it was the hurdle I had to cross with myself. That was like the thing I needed to unlock in my life, because before that I was in fear of ever doing something like this. I was so worried that it would come across like stupid, or I would look bad, or I would say something wrong, or I would embarrass myself. And I want everyone to experience that. I want everyone to cross that hurdle with themselves. I want everyone else out there listening to you right now to, like, if you're not that, like, if you're struggling, if you're that little wilted flower, and if you're feeling like you can't, if you, what's the word? It's like, is it insecurity, or is it dude, it's all about worrying about okay, you know what? I want to inspire people to stop worrying about shit that doesn't matter, because literally nothing does. Nothing matters. Like, little shit that people worry about doesn't matter. And I got to the point where I think I struggled for so long, worrying about little things that don't matter, where I cracked, and now I don't give a fuck about anything, and I can't take anything seriously. Like, it's really hard for me to take most things in life seriously, and that's what I do a lot here on the show. I poke fun at life. I poke fun at the wild world we live in right now, and I guess that's what puts me at ease and makes me super relaxed and comfortable in my own skin, is just that perspective, and knowing that in the grand scheme of things, those little things don't matter, and nobody gives a fuck. Like, nobody cares about all this stuff you worry about. So I want everyone to unlock that little key, because in my experience, and I can only speak on my experience, that's been the thing in my 20s that has improved my life the most. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. Let your freak flag fly. Let your freak flag fly, okay? Who gives a shit? Dude, just like, look at yourself in the mirror every day and just hype yourself up, okay? Like, sometimes I do that. Like, well, not really anymore, but when I was in my lowest of lows, like, I used to talk to myself as it is. Like, I talk to myself now on my own show, on my own podcast alone. But when I was really going through it, I would do car therapy sessions and shower therapy where I would literally just talk out. I state what's wrong. Like, what am I struggling with? What is going on that's negative? And then I would go, okay, how am I going to get through this? And then I would coach myself, like, okay, Jacqueline, this sucks. I hate this about my life right now, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what am I going to do right now and today to feel better or to get through this? And I would just talk it out. So yeah, talk to yourself in the mirror, hype yourself up. Quit fucking, excuse me. I don't know if this is like self-help right now, but stop keeping up with other people's lives on social media. Like, quit following other people's narratives and storylines of their and other people's lives all the time, if you're feeling like shit about yourself and if you're feeling bad, like, I think dude, it's like a broken record, but I think it's, like when you see people living these little ideal lives on their perfect little social media, like that's so bad for us. Like just like literally stop following people that make you feel inadequate or less than, or like your life sucks. Like I honestly, like I follow people if I notice someone is posting in a super like aesthetic, like perfect, like lemon water in the morning, meditation, now I'm going to yoga, like now I'm going my perfect little hot girl walk, and now I'm going to, and I'm just like doing this perfect little life, like anything like that, unfollow. Like I don't fuck with anything like that anymore because it isn't, it makes me itch. First of all, it's just like overdone. It's not interesting to me, but like the typical cookie cutter influencer, perfect little aesthetic life stuff, I don't follow, I don't watch because it made me feel bad. Is it because I wanted that for myself and I wish I had a perfect little life like that? Maybe. I don't know what that is. Is it? I think it's just because life isn't that perfect, okay? Like, that's what, because, like, it's not, it's all fake. Like, that's the thing, it's all fake. It's all curated to look and come across perfect in that way. So, my advice, my life advice or whatever, is just axe your following, who you follow, like, quit, just knock that shit out. Your brain is, it doesn't, it's not designed to keep up with that many people, especially people you don't know and their life stories. Like, isn't that a little weird to think about? Like, why do we, I know people listening, you guys probably follow my Instagram, and dude, do I come across like that? Fuck, I know I kind of post like influencer-y and aesthetic-y, I mean, shit, am I a fake bitch on social media? Dude, that's the thing about my podcast is I bridge. So here's the thing. Here's another reason I podcast. Is this becoming a long-winded tangent? Kind of, but let me get into it. My Instagram is like a bunch of little pixels, little individual dots of who I am, right? Like when you see like a still image and it's like me in a picture that I post, it's like that's just one little pixel on a screen. And so what my podcast does is it bridges that gap, and it connects all those dots and those pixels between how I come across on Instagram and my social media and who I am in real life, because this is a long form stream of consciousness, unedited version of me. And I feel like as long as I have this going on, okay, and you guys can get to know me this way, I feel better about posting my like cute little pictures and shit, because I know that's not all I'm giving. I know that's not all I'm serving on social media. It's like, no, there's literally over 300 hours of me just talking and hanging out with you that's available at any time. So that's why I love podcasting, is I feel less icky about maybe posting an aesthetic photo or whatever. Because, you know, at the end of the day, I do love being a girl. I love putting on makeup and taking selfies and, you know, taking a mirror selfie, putting on a cute outfit, taking a picture. Like, it's fun. Okay. I'm not going to, but dude, if that pisses you off, that makes you feel bad, and you follow me, like, just, it's available at any moment. That unfollow button or mute. Just don't watch. I get that. I've done that to so many people I follow. Like, I mute so many. I think right now I have, like 15 stories, maybe less than that, 10 stories I watch. Everyone else is muted. So anyways, follow yourself, tune into yourself, listen to your intuition. You have all the answers. Stop looking for advice on the internet and inspiration all the time. Like, you know what to do. If you have a goal out there, if you're feeling like shit and you need to get out of the dumps, like, stop watching motivational shit on Instagram. Like, you know what to do innately. Like, if you really listen to your intuition, it's there. Everybody knows what to do. If you're an adult, you've been through life long enough, like, you've proven it to yourself before. I'm sure you've been in a funk before and you've gotten through it. And so if you've proved it once to yourself that you can get out of a hole, you can do it again. And just tune into that and repeat it. So yeah. Fuck Instagram. Fuck social media. Do you guys know what I'm talking about though? Like aesthetic, like it's too perfect. Everybody's shit looks the same too. It's like, but I have to give credit where credit's due. These blogger, Instagram influencers. I'm talking about like the girly stuff that's out there that I've seen that does make me feel icky and itchy and like, God, life is not that perfect. Like, I gotta give credit where credit's due. Like they're working hard, and it takes effort to do it, to make those posts and to create that beautiful look and edit those photos, and and that's their job and that's how they get paid. So I can't shit on that. But if that stuff makes you feel bad, stop following it, stop watching it, stop looking at it. Okay. We're so off the Q&A right now. Okay, let's do another question. What was it like going to Catholic school? So I'm a Catholic schoolgirl, a former Catholic schoolgirl. Catholic school was its own. It was its own very. It was Catholic school. I have a hair in my mouth. That's not my hair. First of all, this is a blonde, curly, long hair. Can you see that on camera? Jimmy's hair is not that long. What's this? That's very suspicious. I'm also wearing this hoodie I haven't worn since I was blonde, so maybe it's coming from it. Okay, Catholic school was its own wholesome little universe that I existed in at one point in my life. That, to me, yeah, when I look back in a time capsule, like it was like a little world I existed in. I went to this Catholic school in a little brick 1-story building. We had a beautiful gymnasium that we went to church in a lot. We did I went to PE in that gymnasium. There were classrooms in that gymnasium. I'm trying to think of like what was it like going to Catholic school. Yeah, very wholesome. A lot of shame was ingrained, and yeah, a lot of shame was put on and poured on heavy in Catholic school. About like mostly like sex before marriage, like and like being celibate, and like like they really shamed you for being a hoe there. If you like, it's funny how like I swear every class, like once kids graduated out of 8th grade, once 8th graders would graduate and go into high school, there was always a story from like each class of a girl who got knocked up in high school. That's like the Catholic school thing. A Catholic school thing in my town it was. But yeah, it was its own little universe, very wholesome. We went to church a lot. I knew everything about religion, and it was like a course we took. I wore a uniform. Like, okay, speaking of shame, like if I wore the tiniest bit of mascara, it was like a no-no. Or nail polish, like I couldn't wear nail polish. Or if my skirt was a little too short, it was higher than my fingertips, I'd have to go to the principal's office. Like that kind of stuff. It just made you feel like shit. So I remember though, so in 8th grade, my teacher, Mrs. Olson, would every morning when the bell rang before class, we'd all line up on the playground. And we, like, when you got to school in the morning before the bell rang, because you get there like 15 minutes early or whatever, you would line your backpacks up on your class's line. Like the 8th graders would have their line, the 7th graders, 6th graders, 5th graders, and like elementary kids, like they were all back on the other side of the playground, and they had lines of backpacks. So yeah, you put your backpack down, you go play basketball or something. And yeah, every morning my teacher, Mrs. Olson, so we the bell would ring, we grab our backpack, stand in line, like straight line, and she would shake our hands individually and tell us good morning, and she would look us deep in the eyes and say good morning. And if she noticed you wearing makeup, she would she would let it pass while she shook your hand, but then in the classroom, once you sat down, she would like tap your shoulder and make you go wash it off. So what I thought would be sneaky or like a good idea in 8th grade was starting the year off with a little mascara, a little powder, a little concealer. And so she always saw me in that way, and she couldn't tell that I was wearing makeup. And I got away with it most of the time. I think all of us girls kind of ended up wearing mascara with no issues with her eventually, but nail polish, hell no. I think bra straps were an issue too. Oh, untucked shirts was probably the worst offense in Catholic school. Like, we had these crew neck sweatshirts we had to wear. You could wear sweaters, sweater vests, like all kinds of stuff, but most of the cool kids wear the crew neck. And yeah, if your white polo was like untucked and it was showing, like that was the worst thing you could do in Catholic school. Like, it was always tuck your shirt in, tuck your shirt in, tuck your shirt in. God, I even remember being told, like, when I feel like I did this the whole time I was in Catholic school, like we'd always like sit with our hands crossed on our desks, like just like and pay attention, like, and look up at the teacher. Yeah, so it was a time. It was it was a wild time. It was what did I say? It was its own wholesome little universe. I had fun. I feel like it was educationally, like I feel like it put me, I don't know if it put me ahead, but I feel like I got a good education, and I was in smaller classes, and I had really good teachers, and I just felt really cared for, and like they were really good. Everyone was just so nice, and like it was like a family. At the end of my 8 years there, I just felt like I was part of this big family, because I had been there since kindergarten. So all right, I think I'm done with the Q&A. Oh, last question. What happened to your YouTube vlogs? Yeah. So that shit's on Patreon now. Patreon.com/tjms to watch my vlogs. Okay. I peppered in some vlogs on my YouTube at one point, just like here and there. And then I turned to podcasting. So now my YouTube channel is just podcasts, videos. But yeah, I feel like my Patreon is now the vlog channel. It's now the extra bonus content, like behind the scenes look at my life channel. So again, it's patreon.com/tjms if you want to sign up to become a patron. Not if, go sign up, do it. I'll follow you on Instagram, so send me a DM if you became a Why does this sound so cheesy? Like, I gotta own it, dude. If I don't believe in what I'm selling, no one's gonna buy it. So $5 a month, $5 a month on Patreon. Send me a DM if you signed up. Also, let me know if you want a shout out, because I might start doing those again. If enough people tell me they want a shout out on the end of the episodes, I'll do it. So yeah. Again, patreon.com/tjms. I think that's it, guys. Guys, we didn't talk about current events today. We didn't talk about what I'm doing in my life, what current events are happening in my life right now, other than I'm going through some shit. And what did I say in the beginning? I think I was like, yeah, no, I said it was a puffy day. I was like, guys, it's a puffy day. I'm going through some shit. My mom sent me some sympathy money to post my to myself some food, and I ordered myself a fucking burrito and ice cream, and it's a puffy day and I'm going through some shit. Do you ever do that? Like, you know what? I'm like I don't do the drive-thru anymore, but I remember in like when I used to go to community college, I had a lot of breakdowns where I would like what did I say? I would like I would like go through the drive-thru a lot to like relieve my stress. I would like stress eat junk or not junk foods, fast food to cope. Does anyone else relate to like? Because sometimes you're having a breakdown. You just need a 20-piece chicken McNugget and sweet and sour sauce, okay? And a large fry. Sometimes that's what does it. That's what gets you through it. And I don't know if that last night was that kind of a breakdown. I mean, I would eat a burrito on any other night of the week, honestly. Like, I feel like Lucha Libre and me have a tight bond now, or they know of me, the owners, because I think I get it probably like 3 times a month. So it was like business as usual, just another day in the week. But when my mom sends me sympathy money when she knows I'm going through it, of course I'm gonna order my burrito and I'm gonna chill. And yeah. What was I gonna say? Did I ever have a Krispy Kreme breakdown? I think I used to have. Yeah, I had okay, I think my worst breakdown was when I went through the Krispy Kreme drive-thru after my retail job. Like after I got off my shift, like midday. I just got a dozen I'm pretty sure I fucking went through the Krispy Kreme drive-thru and got 12 glazed donuts. But see, you get through like 2 of those and it's already too much. Like that's not something you can just like eat all of. Like maybe you can. I definitely felt like shit. Like I'm like driving, grabbing the fucking donuts on the side in the passenger seat, and I'm just like, this is rock bottom, dude. I gotta stop. And those don't taste good if they're like a day old or 2 days old, or you gotta have them fresh. Why am I saying this? Why am I revealing all my dirty little depressive secrets of my life? What's like some dark shit I've done? I'm like, oh well, I've gone through the Krispy Kreme drive-thru when I was feeling like shit one time. Yeah, or I'd have like some grocery store runs where I'd just say fuck it and I'd buy like a frozen pizza, pint of ice cream, bag of chips, a couple candy bars, like, you know, that kind of thing. And I just say fuck it. And then you just feel so shitty after. Once you like sit and eat all that, you're like, what's that called? Is that an eating disorder? Guys, I've been diagnosed like multiple times, like with like everything. I'm a girl, okay? It's like what, 1 in 3 women have an eating disorder, and I'm pretty sure 3 out of 3 women have some sort of fucked up issue with, or fucked up relationship with food. So, dude, I'm just like you. If you're listening, you relate to that. My sister though, like my sister and I, when we're together, sometimes it's like we'll do that grocery store run, and it's just like a day. It's just like nothing. We don't even flinch. It's just like, this is what we do. We're eating a lot of shit tonight. We're gonna junk it up. We're gonna junk our bodies up for fun. And sometimes you have to though. Sometimes you need that. You can't eat kale every day, all day, every day. You know. Trying to think of anything else. Unfinished biz. I think that's it. I was gonna say something earlier. I can't remember. Okay, that's it. Sorry. Awkward pause. I get really attached when I'm at the end of the episode where I'm like, I don't want to end it. Oh. So I have a new goal with my apartment, this is an Amazon thing that I just got delivered. So who cares? Why am I mentioning this? I'm going to say it anyways. Like I just became, so Jimmy's a year old, and just yesterday I got a paw cleaner. So every time we go on a walk, he comes inside and I dip his paws in this little thing with warm soapy water and we clean his paws. So just yesterday, I became OCD about having a clean fucking floor in my apartment at all times and clean paws at all times. And that's my new goal right now, is to like never see a paw print, a muddy paw print on my white floor. Like, I'm just so, I'm like, Jacqueline, you're a sophisticated young woman living in a cute, beautiful little apartment in San Diego with a beautiful dog. Girls like you don't live in a pig pen with muddy floors, with muddy paw prints everywhere. Like, girls, no, you're not that kind of woman. Like, you are a clean, polished woman. You deserve better than that for yourself. And so I'm now like OCD about cleaning his paws, because sometimes guys, he'd come in the house and I just like let it slide and be like, oh, I'll just like clean the floor at night and just take care of it. And it's not healthy. It's not good it's just not good. Because I never walk around barefoot. Like, I'm always in slippers or something. But yeah, guys, I don't know why I'm extending this Q&A so long. I need to go. Okay. Episode 304 coming to a close. This is my Q&A episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for asking questions. Make sure to DM me if you become a patron. $5 a month. No such thing as a free lunch. Learn that in economics in 11th grade. No such thing as a free lunch. $5 a month. Got to pay to play. Yeah. Let me know if you become a patron, and I hope you have a great day, night, whenever you're listening to this. And yeah, just like, thank you for being here. It means a lot to me that you took the time to hang out, and if you made it this far, that's cool. So yeah, hope you have a great, I'm so awkward. I don't know how to end these things. I'm 304 episodes in. I don't know how to end my own show. Actually, I'll end it how I always end it. I hope you're happy. I hope you're healthy. I hope you're fulfilled in your life, in your career. And I hope things are good with your family and their health. And yeah, I just hope you're doing well. So have a great day, and I will talk to you next week. Okay, bye.